Hey everyone, how are we today? Just doing an all signs reading today, looking at singles. Okay, a bit of a singles check in, love reading for everyone today. I will be starting with Libra, and I do have the Lenormand of Japan deck, as well as that personal deck of my own there, which is sort of time frames, star signs, and initials as well. Okay, so hopefully we can see some, clues to who may be entering into your love life, singles. I will just let everybody know that if you do leave a comment on one of my videos, you will go in the draw for a free personal reading. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel as well. Keep updated about that. But like I said, starting off with Libra today, and I will be taking timestamps as well. So, okay, Libra singles, Libra singles. What's going on in love for Libra singles? Okay, so we have a bit of an interesting message here, Libra singles. Okay, so firstly, we do have the heart card has come through. So that's sort of unconditional love. So I do feel as though we may actually be picking up on a person here, Libra. I also do have the anchor and the mouse. So the thing that the anchor and the mouse do really sort of have in common is that they both sort of, the anchor can weigh us down, and the mouse really does talk about things, nibbling away at our thoughts. So there's something that's eating away at your thoughts that's been sort of weighing down on you, weighing down on your thoughts. A lot of the time with the mouse card, it can represent, a past loss. So somebody that, that's why I'm sort of feeling that it might be a person here, a lost love, so to speak, somebody that, you did have a lot of unconditional love for. You may still have unconditional love for this person, but they're coming up as a loss in the past, for you, and it's still weighing heavily on you. So I'm just going to grab one more in regard to that for you, Libra. Okay, Libra singles. Clarity for this message for Libra singles, please. Okay, and why is this message coming through for Libra singles, please? Okay, so yeah, when I've clarified that, we are definitely seeing past energy coming through here, with the Tower as well. So that can talk about the past energy once again. So definitely seeing something in the past still sort of affecting you, when it comes to love at the moment there. Even though you are a Libra single, it is still weighing heavily on your mind and affecting you. With the Tower, we do see that you may have been spending quite a lot of time, on your own, and in hermit mode, in solitude, processing this loss in the past. We do also have the winter card. So I do read the seasons as my own, and we are still in winter over here, about to end winter. So it's something that's happened relatively recently, I would imagine, for a lot of you. But also, with that winter card, we can also be seeing a person who is quite cold and detached, and it's you kind of. That's what's been weighing heavily on you. Like, why were they so cold to me? Why did they detach from me? So that's the sort of message we're getting. And when I've asked why we're seeing this message for you, Libra, I do have the ship and the crossroads. Okay, so that does let us know that there is some sort of decision, to do with this person coming up for you, Libra. The road really does talk about, making a choice, making a decision. And with the ship there, I do feel as though that choice is, what journey are you going to travel? What's the path you're going to travel when it comes to this past connection? Are you going to, try to restart that journey, restart that adventure with this person, or are we going to sail away from that energy and sort of let that go a little bit more, start a brand new adventure? So that's why it's sort of coming through at the moment, because you are going to be faced with a choice as to which direction you're going to steer your ship, so to speak. Are you going to travel away or back to this person? So very interesting, Libra. We'll have a look at what's coming out with this particular deck here. Give us clues as to, we may see some clues as to like advice on, which direction you should take. We'll have a look. Libra singles, please. Okay, so we do have April, so that definitely, when I was talking about that winter card, that definitely could have been the sort of time frame that something has happened, that we have detached from that person for some of you. Otherwise, we may be sort of seeing, that they may have a birthday in April. You, obviously being a Libra, you are not an April baby, but they may have a birthday in April. Something significant may have happened in April or coming in the next April, because we do also see divine timing has come through as well. So, things going to happen, when they're supposed to happen, rather than forcing it one way or another. We also have the initial R. Okay, so I only got one initial coming through with your message today. So R may be important for you or this person, but a lot of the time this can be confirmation for you. So especially when you're looking at making a choice as to which direction you're going to travel, back toward that person or away from that person. Watch out for signs and synchronicities that do involve the letter R. So if something, flags your mind and sort of grabs your attention when you're trying to make that choice, and it's a significance with the letter R, like a lot of the time we do see words like, rhino and receiving, or those sorts of things. So if there is a particular word that is jumping into your mind right now, that may actually help you make that decision down the track a little bit. I do sort of find that sometimes those initials do come through as sort of more confirmation messages rather than people's direct initials. Okay, but that's what we have for you, Libra. We will be next week for the weekly readings. I'm going to be looking at next month. So, keep an eye on that. We also do have the shadow work reading coming up on the full moon as well. So I believe I'll be uploading that next Friday. So those readings may be important for you this week, Libra, to keep an eye on, so we can sort of work out how we can sort of make those decisions for ourselves as well. Okay, but for now, moving on to Scorpio. How are we today, Scorpio? Just looking at doing a bit of singles check-in for everybody. Okay, Scorpio singles. What's going on in love for Scorpio singles, please? Okay, so we do have the masculine has come through first and foremost for you, Scorpio. So I don't like to sort of genderize those masculine, feminine energies. This really does just talk about somebody who is in a very logical mind space. And I feel as though this is letting you know, Scorpio, that, start making decisions using a lot more logic, rather than just making those quick, sudden decisions from your heart, and that may end up getting you into a little bit of trouble there. Really actually thinking things through and taking the time to really make decisions from a very logical standpoint. Okay, we do also have the book energy. So with this particular deck, this book energy, a lot of the time it does talk about new chapters starting for you. It definitely could be talking about a new person coming in for you, someone someone more stoic and unemotional coming into your life as a new sort of character. But it also can actually talk about, a secret. The book is the unknown factor. The story hasn't been read as of yet. So I'm feeling for you, there may be a secret somewhere in amongst all of this for you, and having to look at things quite logically in order to sort of uncover what has not been, it's just giving me that vibe of, when you see something written down, it becomes factual because you've got the proof, the evidence right there in front of you. Whereas, this is actually leading me to believe that you may need to sort of look closer at some things and really be quite logical with the way that you're dealing with things, rather than, you know, and maybe actually like looking for the written evidence of things, and going with what's written and what's what you've actually got physical evidence of, rather than, following a feeling as such, because it's obvious, it's actually contrary to what I would normally advise. Normally I advise, more following your intuition and things like that, but this is actually letting us know that there may be something, sort of some evidence hidden in plain sight, is kind of what I'm getting from that, and to start looking at things more logically. So if you've been, for example, if you've been texting with somebody, and you really are getting swept into this person, feeling as though, there may be something really important there, but then they've, the way that they've texted you, and the factual information they've presented you with is actually coming through as, believe what they're saying, rather than believing that you might be able to make something more out of something. Okay, so I know I'm being a little bit obscure there, but I feel as though it's just asking you to check the evidence, check the written evidence of what's actually going on there, and be a bit more logical with the way you're looking at this situation. Okay, so taking them for their words, not, it's bringing to mind that idea of, where I've heard this thing where it's, don't fall in love with your somebody's potential. Fall in love with what they're showing you as their current truth, because what happens if that person never changes and never reaches that potential that you see in them? Would you still actually be in love with that person, if they stayed the exact same as they are right now? So it's really looking at the evidence of who they really are right now, not who you want them to be or who you think they could be. It's really sort of looking at that evidence of who they actually are right now. So that may help sort of clarify what I'm meaning there. But we do also have the cross energy. Okay, so in this sort of a thing, there is some sort of a burden. Okay, so that factual side of this person, it may lead you to realize that, this person is carrying a bit of a burden, that or you're carrying a bit of a burden about, from love in general toward, and placing that on this person. Pardon me, Scorpio. So it's just asking you to, look more at the evidence you've been given, and with the cross, there may be a strong spiritual connection, and that's why it's asking you to sort of relook at the facts, rather than allowing yourself to get swept away with that connection, on a more esoteric level. What you believe may not be the truth. It may be like, because I really struggle with this myself, sometimes, Scorpio, is that, sometimes the energy is there, and the energy is definitely there. The spiritual connection is definitely there between you and somebody. But in reality, and the actual, physical evidence, for some reason, that can't actually meet that spiritual level. And there's a strong difference between what's happening on an energetic level and what's happening in reality. So it's asking you to kind of pay more attention to the reality of the situation. If there is somebody coming up, as a connection with love, that you sort of, I feel like you might be getting a little bit swept away with the energy of the situation. Pardon me, Scorpio. Sorry about all the coughing. I actually went out last night and, you know, the smoke machines and me singing and dancing all night. So, you know, it's definitely set me off and flared up my allergies and my asthma. So I've been coughing like crazy today, especially once I start talking again, because I feel like my voice is on its, you know, it's been stretched to the limit the last few days. So I'm very sorry about all the coughing. Okay, Scorpio singles. Any clues for Scorpio singles, please? Okay, so Scorpio, we do have two star signs have come out. So we do have Libra as well as Aquarius. Okay, so we've just finished Libra season. So you may have actually just recently met somebody, and that's who this is all about here at the moment. But, you know, Libra or Aquarius could be important time periods or star signs, you know, for somebody, or placements even as well. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's their sun sign. You may have an important placement in either Libra or Aquarius as well. We also do see 6 months coming through as well. So, you know, within the next 6 months, you should, I feel, really be sort of focusing on the reality of the situations around you with love, and paying a bit more attention to the actual reality and not allowing yourself to sort of get swept away, you know, with that energy. Okay, which, like I said, it's actually pretty opposite message to what I would normally personally be advising for you there, Scorpio. But that's what we have. Make sure you do leave me a comment and let me know if that resonated for you. Everyone that does comment will go in the draw for a free personal reading as well. But moving on to Sagittarius. How are we today, Sagittarius? Just looking at singles. Okay, what's going on in love for Sagittarius singles, please? Sagittarius singles, what's going on in love for Sagittarius? Okay, so Sagittarius, first ultra positive message we've seen so far today. We do firstly have yes. Okay, so yes, all steam ahead, I want to say, with that particular card there. So, you know, if you're thinking about a particular person that you may have been connected with, even though you are reading as a single, you know, yes, that person is important to you somehow. Because we also do have the flowers as well as the key. Okay, so the key does talk about success and brand new options opening to you. So, you know, unlocking the door to success and these new options on the table for you there. So yes, you've definitely got these options available. Yes, you definitely headed towards success when it comes to love. And we do have the flowers as well, which is a very giving energy. It's like a reward from the universe, that pleasure, taking, you know, taking the little things and finding pleasure in everything at this time. It is a very reciprocal energy as well. So it does talk about, you know, giving as much as you are receiving when it comes to love. So it can also talk about physical gifts as well. So for some of you, that's actually going to be talking about, you know, somebody actually giving you, like, you know, a bunch of flowers or some chocolates or a gift of some sort. Okay. Pardon me, Sagittarius. As I was just telling Scorpio, I've just destroyed my throat last night with all the singing and smoke machine at the club. It set me off big time. Okay, any extra clues for Sagittarius? Any extra clues for Sagittarius, please? Okay, so very interesting here. Funny that I just mentioned the Scorpio reading and and whatnot, because we do have Scorpio has come through. So some of you, you know, we may actually have an important placement in Scorpio, or somebody you're connecting to has an important placement in Scorpio. That also makes me realize that I did tell Scorpio the wrong time frame on Libra as well. For some reason, I told them that Libra season had just ended, which it hasn't. It's next month. Anyway, side note, because the season that has just sort of started is Virgo season, okay? So we do have Virgo, and we do have 2 weeks coming through. So as you can see, 2 weeks does fall right in the middle of Virgo season. So, you know, something important may be happening for you in your love life. This may be when you're really seeing this, this giving energy headed towards you, these doors opening for you, you know, right there in 2 weeks sort of time during Virgo season, okay? Obviously, time is fluid, and it's going to be a little bit different for everyone in the collective, but just some extra clues for you there, Sagittarius. Okay, now do leave me a comment and let me know if that resonated for you. Everyone that comments will go in the draw for that free personal reading as well. So make sure you like and subscribe so you can keep updated about that. But moving on to Capricorn. How are we today, Capricorn? Just looking at Capricorn singles. What's coming up in love? What's going on in love for Capricorn singles, please? What's going on in love for our Capricorn singles? I'll just apologize in advance for if I am coughing as well, Capricorn. I have seriously set myself off today with the coughing. Okay, so we do have the autumn card coming through for you, Capricorn. So, you know, I do read the seasons as my own. So autumn is actually talking about March, April, May. Okay, so something important has happened for you during March, April, or May. It may have or it could also be, you know, the coming season as well. But I'm feeling that, you know, this is actually less autumn and more, you know, talking about changes, because with autumn, what we find is that you can even see in the card here, we've got all those beautiful red leaves in the background, and autumn is that time when, you know, the leaves change color and then they drop off the trees to prepare for winter, and, you know, look after themselves for a little bit of time before they do sort of reblossom in spring. So it really, a lot of the time it talks about changes and you know, that idea of, you know, going inward and protecting yourself. So I feel for a lot of you, this is what you've been in this autumn period, where you have sort of, you know, been going through the shifting colors of the leaves, and you've really sort of been protecting yourself for winter, so to speak, and you may be actually coming out of that already. So it's going to be fluid for everyone within the collective. It's going to be a little bit different there, but I really am just getting, it's like that shifting colors, shifting, like shifts in your love life at the moment, and the colors changing, looking at things differently within your love life at the moment, and definitely feeling as though there may be some changes coming through in the near future for you there with your love life, Capricorn. We do also have the flowers, okay? So the flowers really is that giving energy. It's a reward for all that hard work, for noticing, you know, and I feel like too with those 2 cards, you kind of see that the flowers does sort of represent the spring energy as well. So it does really feel as though you've gone through these changes, and now you're starting to sort of re-blossom a little bit here as well. Ready to give to love again, ready to receive love again with that flowers card. It is a very reciprocal energy, so it does talk about giving as much as you're receiving when it comes to love. It can talk about, you know, physical gifts as well. So some of you may be actually receiving, you know, a bunch of flowers or something like that. It definitely can talk just about, you know, rewards, taking time to stop and smell the roses as well, okay? But we do have that followed up with the fox energy, Capricorn. So what that lets me know is that this fox energy, when it comes to love, a lot of the time the fox energy, it can be quite clever, but it also is a little bit of that player energy, and I really am getting that here for this particular card as well, that it is a little bit of that player energy coming through. So as to whether that's you or other people around you, you may be in a little bit of a player energy at the moment, which is totally fine. But, remembering to give as much as we are receiving, regardless of what that is. But it does talk about, especially with that flowers there, it does sort of talk about being very clever with the way that we are giving and receiving. So making sure that, we aren't giving more. We aren't just giving and giving and giving to somebody who's just taking, rather than giving back to us as well. So, just be careful of that in the near future when you are, meeting people, that sort of a thing, Capricorn. I am also getting a strong, with the imagery we're seeing here, Capricorn, I am getting that strong too. We did see that, the color changing. We've got the colors in the roses here. But, I'm really getting drawn to that idea of the ginger and the red. Sometimes the fox card actually can denote somebody with that ginger or red colored hair. Even brown or blonde hair with a red sort of tint to it as well. So there may actually be someone coming in around you with that reddish tint to their hair as well, or that may even be you, Capricorn. Just I feel as though that might not be for everyone, but I just thought it was worth a mention for some of you there. But yeah, the fox is, like I said, it can be that player energy, so just be on your guard against that, Capricorn. Okay, any extra clues for Capricorn, please? Any extra clues for Capricorn singles? Whoa, that was too many. Any extra clues for Capricorn singles? Okay, so we do have January as well. So when I've seen that pop out there, I do feel as though, if you're a January Capricorn, that red-headed person that I was talking about, that might be for you, okay? So if you're a December Capricorn, that might not be you, okay? I'm feeling that linking with that message, okay? So there's a January Capricorn out there who may be connecting with a red-haired person. We also have 6 to 12 months, okay? So allowing things to take their time. So, that definitely could be talking about, autumn is actually right in that time frame, that 6 to 12 months. So I do feel that, for 6 to 12 months, I do feel as though that may be when we're seeing, some more changes. At the moment, we are just seeing, that giving and receiving, but also the potential player energy around you. Those people that are only self-serving, and you needing to be very careful about not giving too much to people who aren't giving back to you as well. Okay, Capricorn, very interesting. But we also have the letter E. Okay, so obviously not many names do start with the letter E. So I do feel as though that might be more of a confirmation message for you, Capricorn. So, obviously it definitely could be an initial as well, but I do feel as though, if you are for some reason getting drawn to the letter E, or something pops up where, the E is standing out, or it's words that start with E, they keep popping up for you, take those as a bit of a sign or confirmation that there was something for you in this particular reading as well, Capricorn, okay? All right, well, make sure you leave a comment and let me know if that resonated for you. Everyone that comments will go in the draw for a free personal reading as well. But like and subscribe to the channel as well. I really do appreciate it. But moving on to our Aquarians. How are we today, Aquarius? Just looking today at Aquarius singles. Okay, what's going on in love for Aquarius singles, please? Aquarius singles. Okay, so Aquarius singles, what we have for you. Firstly, we do have the anchor, all right, followed by the fish, and I really just wanted to bring them out together. They do feel slightly connected here. It does really feel that a lot of you within the Aquarius singles there are just very stable and secure to focus on your abundance and your wealth at this time. You're feeling as though some of you may not even be concerned about love at this time because you're focusing on money and abundance for yourself, as shown by that fish energy there. But you're coming through as quite stable and secure with where you are at. So even if you are single, wanting to sort of date or whatever, wanting to find love, you know, pay attention to the fact that you are quite secure all by yourself as well. You know, and you've got that tenacity and durability, that strength in being stable and independent as well. There may be a lot of options around you as well. So sometimes this can talk about, you know, like many fish in the sea. So it does feel as though there are lots of love options around you. I just feel as though you, Aquarius, are, you know, so stable that you're not willing to just put up with any little fish, that you're not going to actually allow just anyone to come on in and take up your time and ruin your stability. You know, I feel as though a lot of those fish that might be swimming around you are just sort of throwing you off your game, so to speak, and you're just sort of, I'm not going to put up with someone unless they are also stable and secure and they can actually add, you know, to my life and bring equilibrium to my life. I'm not going to allow somebody to throw me off balance. So I do feel as though you are, you know, being very, very conscious of stability, and not wanting someone who's not as stable as what you are yourself, Aquarius, when it comes to love. We also see the summer card, okay? So I do read the seasons as my own. So we're in winter here in Australia. So this is December, January, February for me. But it also does link very closely with the sun energy as well. So we do see a lot of happiness and warmth and whatnot coming through with that. So you know, like I said, with you being quite stable and secure, you're quite happy to be, you know, stable, rather than have love interests that throw you off course. You'd much rather be stable and happy, than, you know, involved in any drama with all these little fish swimming around. But definitely with that fish card, I do feel as though you know, there is multiple options available to you as well, Aquarius. So it's really, like I said, though, you're not willing to sacrifice your own happiness just to take up with any fish. You really wanting someone who's actually going to help build that happiness with you and build that stability with you as well. All right. Any extra clues for Aquarius singles, please? Any extra clues for Aquarius singles? Okay. Okay, so we do have some initials all came through. No seasons have come through for you, but we do have E, W, and R have all come through. So they may be important initials for some of you there. They may be, you know, somebody's, you know, initials, or they could also be, you know, especially E and W. They're not very common name starters there, but you know, if there's any particular words that are sort of jumping out to you with those letters W, R, or E, you know, it definitely could be. I feel like it may be, you know, a specific word that we just haven't got the whole word. So I feel like there should be a word here like wreck or something like that, especially too with the way that that anchor is presenting itself. Okay, so, you know, it's looking like it's a broken off anchor on the beach. So it looks like a shipwreck, doesn't it? So I'm really just kind of feeling, though, that, you know, this is how you're going to be looking at these little fish. You'll be looking at someone and going, you're a wreck. I know you're not the right one. you're a wreck. I know you're not the right one. I just feel like I'm just getting that word wreck. Okay, so that may be somewhat important to you. If that word comes to mind with a potential option, you know that's not the right one. If they look like a wreck, they are a wreck, and they're going to wreck your life. Okay, so that's probably something I feel like a lot of you will kind of instantly know whether this person is going to wreck your life or actually add value. And you, Aquarius, do seem to be very secure in looking for the happiness and the people that are going to add value to your life, rather than come on in like a wrecking ball. Okay, there you go, that Wrecking Ball song by Miley Cyrus. There might be something in that song for you guys as well. Very interesting. Let me know if that resonates for you. Everyone that does leave a comment will also go in the draw for a free personal reading as well. So make sure you do like and subscribe to the channel. But moving on to Pisces. How are we today, Pisces? Just having a look today at what's going on in love for our Pisces singles. What's going on in love for our Pisces singles, please? Okay, and can I just get clarity for that third card for Pisces singles, please? That is it a separate message, or okay? I have a very interesting message here for you, Pisces singles. Okay, so firstly we have the stars card. So this is you sort of wishing on a star of what it is that you do want in love. Okay, so really making your desires known to the universe. The being very clear with what it is that you do wish and desire for when it comes to love. I do also have the ship energy. Okay, so I do feel as though this goes directly with that next message, that next card, which I have pulled the no card, okay? So I do feel as though this is telling you, Pisces, no, don't travel, don't close the distance between yourself and this person. Don't start an adventure. Don't start a journey with this person. So I do feel as though there's someone coming in that and you're going to know who this is, because you are sitting there working out exactly what it is that you wish for when it comes to love, and you straight away know that this person does not fulfill that wish, but for some reason, I am getting this temptation to start a new journey with this person, or start a journey with this person. But it is letting us know that, I have clarified that with the lily and then the whip. Okay, so I feel like in the short term, this person may, I feel like I'm just getting that weird energy where it's kind of like two different things. Okay, so especially with the ship there as well, so it's kind of like they might come in saying, I want to start this journey with you, Pisces. I want to be these wishes for you. I want to do all this stuff with you. um I want to be emotionally intimate with you, but long term it leads to trouble and drama for you. Okay, Pisces, it's kind of like you're punishing yourself if you go towards this person, if you close a distance between you and somebody. I feel as though this is, for a lot of you, this is somebody that you are already on the outs with, and they're coming back around sort of saying, Pisces, I want to I want to do better. I want to be different. I don't want our future to be like this. But, you know, they're not, I don't feel like it's going to be long-term changes. Long-term, it's just going to be trouble all over again. Okay, so I do feel like for some of you, this is somebody coming back around that you may have dealt with in the past. All right, but it is letting us know that, and with that stars card, Pisces, you are going to intuitively know this, and you are going to be aware that this person is not what I desire. Okay. It does bring to mind, I've had a similar message. You know, I just want to say something that I said to her. It was either Libra or Scorpio, that I was talking about this with. And it's that vibe of, you know, you know what you wish for, and someone's coming in, and you're seeing the potential for this person to fulfill that wish if they grow as a person, if they change, if they reach their potential. But this person, um, you know, it's kind of like you're falling in love with the potential of somebody rather than the reality of them. And, you know, it just brings to mind that idea of, you know, if this person never changes, could you still love them that same way? I feel like it was Scorpio, to be honest. Um, so yeah, you may be dealing with a Scorpio, or you may have strong Scorpio placements, or they may have strong Scorpio placements, because it was a similar kind of message. And I really wanted to talk about that idea of, you know, um, if you could live with this person as they are now, if they never grow, if they never change, if they never reach that full potential, it's kind of like you're getting swept away with the idea of who this person could be. So it's kind of letting us know that long term, it's just going to bring more trouble. It's not actually, you know, there is that clear no, do not. You know, do not close the distance between yourself and this person. Do not travel towards this person, okay? Is kind of what it's letting us know. Focus on those desires and those wishes, and finding somebody who meets them right now, not someone who they might meet them 10 years from now if I persist and change them and make them, but, you know, don't look for fixer-uppers, okay, Pisces? Look for somebody who already is that desire come to life. All right, so it's just letting us know, you know, there may be an option around you at the moment, Pisces, that's not actually what you do truly desire. All right, but we'll see if we can get any extra clues for you, Pisces. Any extra clues for our Pisces singles? Any extra clues for our Pisces singles? Any extra clues for our Pisces singles, please? Okay, so Pisces came out nice and strong there. So obviously, you know, this person may also have some Pisces placements. Otherwise, this is showing you, Pisces, that you need to follow your desires. Don't allow people to, you know, sway your desires, and you know, change your mind, so to speak. We also see 6 to 12 months. Okay, so something important may be happening. This person may be showing their true colors within the 6 to 12 months. If you do connect with somebody, and it's that sort of a situation where you're hoping they change, if they don't change within 6 to 12 months, they're not going to change, okay? So just be aware of that. If they haven't changed in the last 6 to 12 months, they're probably not going to change tomorrow either. Okay. We also see the letter B. Okay, so the letter B may be important for you or this person. It could also just be, I do want to sort of show you here, B, Pisces. You know, be Pisces, just be yourself, Pisces, and focus on yourself. It may be a bit of a confirmation to you. So if there is a particular word that comes to mind when you see the letter B, or it could actually be talking about an actual, you know, buzzing bee, all right, as well. So if there's some sort of bee reference that flags in your mind when you meet this person, see this person, talk to this person, it's sort of confirmation to you that that message is about them, okay? But that's what we have for you, Pisces. So leave me a comment and let me know if that resonated for you. Everyone that comments will go in the draw for that free personal reading. But for now, we'll move over to Aries. I'll just take that timestamp down. Okay, Aries, how are we today? Just looking for Aries singles. What's going on in love for Aries singles? Okay. Okay, so Aries, firstly, we have the book. So straight away, there's new chapters starting in your love life. So you may not be single for long, Aries, but we also have the wishes card, the star card there. So it really does sort of let us know that be very clear about what it is you wish for the rest of your story. So, you know, as we see here, this book is open. We're halfway through the story. What do you want the rest of your story to look like? If all your wishes in love came true, how would your story go from here? You know, so really being very clear with what it is that we do truly desire with love, and, you know, what we are wishing for when it comes to love, you know, and wishing on that star and putting it out there into the universe, so that when we do start these new chapters in love, that we are actually, you know, getting that fulfillment come through as well. But we also have the crossroads coming through here, Aries. Okay, so that does lead us to believe that there is some sort of upcoming choice or decision that you're going to need to make when it comes to love. I am intuitively feeling like for some of you, this is a choice between multiple options, that you may have multiple options available to you when it comes to love, and, you know, having to sort of really stand here and think about which path am I going to take? Which direction do I go? So I'm just going to grab one to clarify that for you, Aries. Clarity for the road card for Aries. Could definitely be, you know, deciding which wishes you want fulfilled as well, all right? So, but when we do have that road card, and I've asked for that clarity there, we have actually gotten the Tower. Okay, so for some of you, this is a clear choice. Do I choose to go back to the past? Okay, or should I be building brand new foundations with somebody new? So I do feel as though this is talking about somebody from the past, though, as a clear having to make that choice. Do I turn around and follow the path back to this person from the past? All right, because I do feel as though when you're really sitting there and looking at what it is that you do wish for, I do feel for a lot of you, Aries, that you know, that is what brings about that choice for you, that decision. Do I go back to this past thing because you know, maybe that is what you do truly wish for, but also, you know, obviously, you know, it is a collective reading, so maybe that's not what you wish for. The decision is yours, Aries. You are the one who is able to make that decision, and you are the one who knows exactly what you want your story to look like and what your personal desires truly are. Okay, but we'll see if we can get any extra clues for you here, Aries. Any extra clues for our Aries singles, please? Okay, Aries. We do have May and Leo have come through. So you or this person may have a significant Leo placement. It's something may be happening in Leo season, which is the season that's just finished. So there may have been something important that has happened during Leo's season that was somehow important with this connection. Okay. We also have May. All right. So May is back in Aries and Taurus season. So, you know, different sort of season there. Just trying. No, I think it's actually the other way. Yeah, so it's Taurus Gemini season is May. Sorry. So someone may have been born in May. Something important may have happened in May. You know, especially for some of you where this is a past person. You know, this may actually. I really do feel that for a couple of you out there that this is actually talking about May, but like a couple of years ago or many years ago. It may have been like an anniversary or something with with the person that from the past, those sorts of things. But yeah, so that, or it could definitely be talking about next May being an important time frame as well. Next Leo season being an important time frame as well. So definitely keeping those in mind. We also have the letter J. Okay, so there may be you know, something important to do with the letter J with this connection or with a future connection. We also I do find too sometimes that, you know, these are come through as like confirmations. So especially when you're making a decision, you've got an upcoming choice or decision to make. If there's a particular word that starts with the letter J that does stand out to you amongst your choices, or you know, or you keep every time you're considering a certain person, you keep seeing something to do with the letter J, like you know, even jumping or something like that. It's just something random. You know, a joey, like a kangaroo's joey, or you know, other animals that may start with jellyfish or something like that. Is if there's you know, any imagery that it just stands out to you every time you do think about that person or something like that. If there's anything to do with the letter J that does stand out to you about a particular person, that really does sort of let you know that that might be the right choice to make for you as well. It might just be confirmation that yes, this is that person that we're talking about. All right. So that's what we have for you, Aries. Let me know in the comments if that resonates for you. Everyone that comments will go in the draw for that free personal reading as well. So do like and subscribe to the channel. But moving on to Taurus. Hi Taurus, how are we today? Just looking at Taurus singles today. Okay, what's going on in love for our Taurus singles? Wow, Taurus, I love this for you. We have the key. Okay, so the key is all about success, opening new opportunities, unlocking brand new doors to new opportunities. All right, so pretty straightforward message we've got here, Taurus. We also have the book energy. Okay, so that once again, new chapters opening for you, new parts of your story about to start. So we're definitely seeing a lot of new energy coming through for you, Taurus. So we'll see if we can get any clues about when that may be starting for you, but it's leading directly to the Sun card. Okay, so the Sun card is the Leo card, so a Leo placement may be important here between you or a new person, but overall that really does talk about happiness, leading the way to happiness, opening those new doors to success, happiness, happy new chapters in your life about to start for you. Okay, it could also talk about things coming to light for you, you know, with this element here with the book and that Sun card. It definitely can talk about, you know, some information being revealed, but overall very positive information, happy information being revealed to you. Okay, so definitely seeing a lot of positivity in the near future for you, Taurus. Okay, any extra clues for our Taurus singles, please? Some extra clues for our Taurus singles. Taurus singles. Taurus singles, please. Throwing them at me today, Taurus. Okay, so we do have Gemini as well as Sagittarius have popped on out there. Okay, so Gemini season or Sagittarius season may be important seasons as to when you may be meeting somebody or have met somebody, started something there, or obviously Sagittarius or Gemini may be, strong placements for you or your person as well. We do also have the letter K, okay? So one or both of you may have the initial K somewhere in your name, a prominent K in a name there. But we also do see with the letters cards that sometimes they're confirmation as well. So if you do sort of, you are drawn to any particular words that start with the letter K, like koala, for example, if in the next couple of days you do sort of see a lot of koala imagery or K imagery, it may actually be just confirmation to you that this is you that we're talking about. This is definitely your reading, okay? So definitely could be a type of confirmation as well. But, I do feel for a lot of you that's actually initial related, okay? So you may, you or this person may have significant K in your name, or or even someone important around them may have a K. Like for some reason I'm just getting, how the Kardashians, they've all got the K names. I'm really feeling it might be something like that, where somebody has like two siblings with a K name, or just prominent K names in their family or something like that. Okay, so it's a bit of an odd image for me to be getting there, Taurus, but it may end up being quite relevant to you in your particular situation. But leave me a comment and let me know if that resonated for you. Everyone that comments will go in the draw for a free personal reading as well. But we'll move on to Gemini. How are we today, Gemini? Just looking at Gemini singles. What's going on in love for Gemini singles, please? And just clarity for that third card, please. Just clarity for that third card, please. What does that... Okay, very interesting message here, Gemini. Firstly, I have the clover. Okay, so in the short term, you are going to have some, luck in love. It is a very lucky energy. It does talk about taking a bit of a chance. Okay, taking a risk towards this lily energy. I do feel for a lot of you, this is you taking a chance to be more emotionally intimate with people around you, being a little bit more mosquitoes, sorry guys, being a little bit more vulnerable emotionally when you are meeting new people. But I am seeing that there may, even though we do have a lot of short-term luck surrounding this there, that that may actually lead you to a place where you're a little bit unsure, because we do have the scythe, which I've clarified that with the clouds there as well. So it feels as though, a sudden change, a sudden break. It definitely could be talking about, you trying to take a chance on something, but then there's a sudden break from the emotional intimacy between you and somebody, and you're kind of left in a state of confusion, is kind of what I'm picking up there. We do have the confusion energy clarifying that sudden break or change. So I do feel as though whatever changes is going to leave you a little bit, in a state of confusion and overthinking things, and to the point of, being a bit anxious about things. So I would say, take your chances and opportunities, because you do have that short term luck, and the only thing you know, a lot of the time when we do open ourselves up to other people and we do, you know, take those big chances on people or on being vulnerable and emotionally intimate with people, you know, it serves you a better purpose than the other person a lot of the time. So even if it does leave you in a little bit of, you know, confusion or clouded thought, when it comes to, you know, the fallout from being emotionally vulnerable with that person, you know, at least you know, at least you know, have taken that chance. Okay, you know, life life cannot be lived without actually living. Okay, so I feel as though it's a risk you need to take one way or another, and you know, who's to say that that confusion will not be lifted eventually? Because if you are emotionally intimate with somebody, it may just leave you in a bit of a state of confusion for temporary until they sort of, you know, but then I'm just intuitively feeling that it will be cleared up pretty quickly, and you can move on from that and learn from that. I feel it may just be one of those things where it's just a bit of a like a bit of a lesson for you, Gemini, in, you know, not in taking chances, because once again I really feel as though you should take that chance, and that I feel that ultimately in for the long term that taking those chances is going to serve you quite well, because the lily does also talk about longevity and the long-term situation. So, you know, taking chances now in the short term is actually going to lead you to, you know, being a lot more emotionally intimate with yourself long term. Okay, so it may just leave you in some temporary confusion if there is a sudden change after that. Okay, but we'll see if we can get any extra clues for you here, Gemini. Okay, Gemini singles, please. Interesting. I do have all star signs have come out. So we are heading into Virgo season. So we've just finished off Leo season. So you may have only just sort of met this person, or for some of you, you may have actually already taken. This may actually be sort of current energy of what's just sort of happened for you in the recent past there with that Leo. But we also have Taurus and Scorpio. Okay, so you know, that they may be those may be important star signs, important placements for you or people that you know, are in your love energy at this time. All right, Gemini, but let me know if that resonates for you. You're more than welcome to check your other placements, of course. Everyone that does comment on one of my videos will go in the draw for a free personal reading. We'll be drawing that really soon, guys. So do make sure you like and subscribe to the channel as well. But for now, we'll move over to Cancer. How are we today, Cancer? Just looking at Cancer singles. What's going on in love for Cancer singles, please? Okay, pretty straightforward message here, Cancer. Firstly, we do have the scythe energy, followed by the coffin energy. Okay, so the scythe energy is a sudden break or change. Okay, and then with the coffin, we do see something that has ended. Okay, so you have made a sudden break to break away from something, to end something. You have made a sudden change, which, you know, has in turn ended something. But what that ending actually does bring is new beginnings. Okay, the coffin really does have that dual energy of, you know, death and rebirth. So when we close off one energy, which we can see that you've done here, Cancer, when we do close off one energy, it actually uses that that energy into a new beginning. Okay, and we do see the new beginning here as well. We do have the key has come through after that break and that ending. We do have the key, which actually unlocks brand new opportunities for you, a lot of success on the other side of those doors as well. So the key really is all about opening yourself up to new beginnings, and you know, walking through those doors and those new opportunities. All right, so definitely definitely some new opportunities headed in for you, but it just wanted to recognize that you have made a sudden, change or a sudden break from an ending. Those sorts of and that sort of energy, that ending has actually inspired new beginnings for you as well, Cancer. All right. Any extra clues for our Cancer singles? Cancer singles, please. Whoa, it's too many. Cancer singles, please. Okay, so I am seeing 2 time frame cards. All right, so work this out to fit your own personal situation, all right, because it's going to be a little bit different for everybody, and they're going to be round the opposite ways for some of you within the collective, all right, because we do have 3-month period, and then we do have the 6 to 12-month period. Okay, so I personally I believe one of those is talking about this ending. Okay, so for some of you, whatever it is that you've ended out, was 3 months ago. For others of you, it was 6 to 12 months ago. Okay. And then for others, and then the new beginnings is the opposite one. So if you've only ended something, within the last 3 months, and that's what that closure is talking about, then we're going to see those new doors opening within the next 6 to 12 months, and vice versa if it's the other way around for you as well. If that was 6 to 12 months ago, the new beginnings are only 3 months away. All right, so just time framing coming through for you. But we also have the letter V. Okay, so not many initials do start with the letter V. I am well aware, although that definitely may be your initial or the person you're dealing with initial, the person from the past initial there, but a lot of the time when I get the unusual initials coming through, it's actually a confirmation. All right, so it does let us know that if you, in the next few days, if you do happen to see, and it sticks out to you that you're seeing words that start with V quite a lot, it's kind of a confirmation that this reading was for you and that there was something for you in this. Okay, so V letters that I can think of is Volvo and Vulcan. What a weird one to get. Okay, but Star Trek references might be your thing, but so if you see the letter V quite frequently in the next few days and it stands out to you, then it's just confirming to you that there was something in this reading for you. Okay, Cancer. So let me know in the comments if that resonated for you. Everyone that comments will go in the draw for a free personal reading as well. So make sure you do like and subscribe to the channel. But we'll move over to our Leos. How are we today, Leo? Just looking for Leo singles today. Okay, Leo singles. What's going on in love for our Leo singles, please? Okay, Leo, so we do have here, firstly, the coffin energy coming through. So something has ended in the recent past. It may not have been that recent. I'm feeling for some of you, it's just something that we've still been sort of dealing with, an ending, something that's, we've closed the lid on something. The coffin really does talk about, death and new beginning, that death and rebirth energy. So it really does talk about the death of a situation, the death of a connection, the ending, the closure of a connection for you. A lot of you may still be sort of going through that as well. But we do see the Fox energy there as well. So I do feel that this is reading 2 ways. So for some of you, this is referring definitely to that ending, to that person that we've ended things with. They were somebody who was very independent, only focused on their own self. They definitely could have been a little bit of a player, that kind of energy coming through for those of you that is relevant too, that some of you have closed off a cycle with a player type person. But for others of you, that is actually talking about you yourself, Leo, because the next card we have is the feminine. Okay, so I don't normally genderize the feminine and masculine. It really just talks about emotions, okay, and that emotional nurturing sort of side of ourselves. So for those of you that this is the case, that it's actually you being very independent, and looking, looking out for your own survival emotionally, and really protecting your emotions, and having firm boundaries, and focusing on your own survival more than anything, and just standing strong, in your own emotional well-being, and doing whatever you need to protect your emotions at this time. All right, so we're just seeing that we are still sort of dealing with that past closure, that past ending is still just affecting our emotions just a little bit there, Leo. Okay, but we'll see what wants to come through with the the extra clues for you, Leo. Okay, Leo singles, please. Because it's worth mentioning as well, Leo, that on the bottom of the deck I do have the ship energy. Okay, so we are getting ready to start a new adventure and move into fresher waters, so to speak. So it's just a matter of closing out that old energy completely, and dealing with the emotional side of it, protecting our emotions, and focusing on our own emotional well-being at this time before we sort of set sail into anything new. Okay. Don't want to go into those uncharted waters if we're not emotionally prepared to deal with it. All right, but Leo singles, please. Leo singles. I just wanted to reassure you that there's definitely new beginnings on the horizon. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of time frames here, Leo, as well. All right, so firstly, I am seeing 3 to 6 months. Okay, so that's actually linking up here with November as well. So also, this closure may have happened 3 to 6 months ago. There's something important may have happened in November. Those sorts of things as well. But I do feel for a lot of you, this is talking about coming forward time period. So 3 to 6 months. So what month is it? It's August, September, October, November. So that's 3 months, or just over 3 months away. So I definitely feel as though taking the next 3 months to sort of deal with this emotional stuff, and make sure that we are closing that off completely, taking those 3 months to yourself and focusing on yourself, Leo. I do feel as though this is a future time frame for you, Leo, to be focusing on yourself. All right, because we also do have the 1 year time frame as well. So I do feel like for a lot of you this may be the backwards time frame. So something might have happened last year that we are still sort of dealing with the ramifications of that. But for others of you, we are sort of seeing 1 year. It definitely could be talking about after we're taking that 3 to 6 months to ourselves, it may then take within a year to sort of start those new adventures as well. So those time frames just being important for you somehow, Leo. But leave me a comment and let me know if that resonated for you. Everyone that does comment will go in the draw for a free personal reading as well. Make sure you do like and subscribe as well, guys. But I'll move on to our last sign of the day. We have Virgo. How are we today, Virgo? Just looking at Virgo singles, okay? Virgo singles, what's going on in love for Virgo singles, please? And just want to clarify that message, please. Just want to clarify that message, please. Okay, so Virgo, we do firstly have the winter card has come out for you there. So I do read the seasons as my own. It is still winter, about to end winter here in Australia. So I do read that as my own season. Okay, so, for some of you, this is talking about, something relevant to your love life has been happening, recently in the last 3 months. There's been some stuff going on for you with love. I'm feeling for majority of you, this is actually talking about, because the next card I do have is the ring. Okay, so I do feel for a lot of you, this is talking about a relationship with somebody who is very sort of cold and detached type person. They may seem like they're a wall of ice, so to speak. They may be that, they freeze you out kind of person. So I do feel for a lot of you that's actually referring to a relationship with a person who has been, cold towards you. And you're here, Virgo. I nearly called you Leo, mostly because I do classify this particular card as a Leo and Capricorn energy. So they definitely could be a Leo, since I've mentioned Leo a few times there. But this is you, Virgo, in this bear energy where you're, very protective of yourself. And I feel like it's because, because you've dealt with somebody who's so cold and detached, and they've kind of iced you out, so to speak. And you're over here, trying to protect your own boundaries and trying to stand strong and powerful against this cold ice energy. But it's all about protection of yourself and standing firm and strong in your own sense of self, Virgo. So I do feel as though when it comes to love, you are, quite protective of yourself at this time, quite protective of your heart, so to speak. But we do, when I've clarified that, I have gotten the letter. Okay, so it just lets us know that, if this person, if you know who this person is to you, Virgo, that there is some sort of important communication between you and this person. So they, for some of you, they may be, communicating something about you. For others of you, it may be, if you're in current contact with this person, there may be some important communication that you do need to be aware of between you and this person. And for others of you, this is talking about communicating your boundaries to somebody and communicating that, you're not going to let this person continue to be so icy towards you, and that pardon, and that you're giving them that message that this relationship's not going to work if you're so cold and detached towards me. And it's all about you communicating that you are going to be standing strong and firm in your boundaries and what you expect within this connection with that person. Okay, but we'll see if we can get some extra clues for you there, Virgo. Virgo singles, please. Virgo singles, please. See what we have flying out. Okay, so that's way too many cards. I'll just get one more. Virgo singles, please. Okay, so we do have time frames here. So first and foremost, we have 2 weeks. Okay, so something important may have happened 2 weeks ago or is going to happen within the next 2 weeks. I do feel for a lot of you that's talking about this communication being important within the next 2 weeks. We also have 2 months. Okay, so you may have, it may be a relatively new connection. Something important may have happened within the last 2 months, or in the next 2 months between you and this person. We also have March coming through. Okay, so I feel as though that would be talking about next March. So there may be something important happening for you next March when it comes to love. Someone may have been born in March as well. So I do feel as though, whoever this cold person is, they may have been born in March, or just a significant time, something significant has happened in March. So it's because it's actually it's just reminding me here, like it's a person, like for sometimes I do get personal references come up for me within readings, and I feel like I need to share them with you as an example so that you would know the types of things that can resonate with that. Um, for me here, I my baby daddy is a Virgo, and our son was born in March. So you know, for him, if he's watching this video, he would sort of recognize that, oh, March is significant because Michelle's the cold piece of whatever, and and our baby is born in March. Okay, but I can be a bit cold. I am a Capricorn, okay? We are a little bit cold and detached by nature, right? Not gonna lie, like you know, we all know that exes do have a fun way of talking about each other, but me and him do get along quite well, so it's just funny. But I just found that for some reason that's relevant to you know, I wanted to express that knowledge to you there, because I do feel that for some of you Virgos that it's something like that, like something to do with March somehow being important, but not directly to you and this person. It's something around, like some of you, it may have been like an anniversary with somebody in March, or things like that. Okay, so there may just be something important happened in March, like you may have gone on your first date in March or something like that. So it's just a reference like that that's come through. So just thought I'd share that with you all. But also, yeah, hi, my ex, if you're watching. But I don't think he actually watches the channel. But there you go. Very interesting. But yeah, do leave me a comment and let me know if that resonated for you. But if all goes well, I'll see you all again soon.